If you have no injuries and you have some property damage to your vehicle, oftentimes you can resolve that yourself. The kind of things you need to look out for is whether the insurance company is undervaluing your vehicle. And when I see that is, okay, your car is a total loss, but they want to pay you $5,000 instead of $6,500. So what you really need to do is do your homework. Go look for vehicles that are the same make and model, close to the same mileage. And with Google, you can find a car anywhere. You want to look in your locale, Southern California, Southern Nevada, if the case is in Southern Nevada, and find out what the value of your vehicle is. And have that information ready when you get an offer. If the offer's low, then you negotiate with them. Really don't need a lawyer in those situations. Where you would need a lawyer is if you have a very expensive car, a classic car, because in California, they have to pay what's the cost of repair or the cost of replace, whichever's cheaper. So if you have a classic car, for example, and the car is worth $50,000 and they want to pay, $5,000 to fix it, and that might be the cost of fixing it. But where they don't tell you is you can also get what's called diminution in value. They put the car back together and it looks like it wasn't in a crash, but when you want to resell it, or the value of that classic car, the value of that has gone down. And if you can prove that your car is now worth less because it was in a car wreck, you can recover what's called diminution in value. You have to hire an expert that knows the values of cars, that knows what the car's worth now since it's been in a car wreck. And we've had cases with classic cars, with Teslas, with very expensive vehicles that when you're going to resell it, they're going to find out that the car's been in a wreck. Or if you trade it in, they're going to find out the car's been in a wreck, and you're not going to get the value of the vehicle that you would have had that car not been in the wreck. Hiring a lawyer is an intimidating process. We understand that. But at my office, every consultation that we give is free. So it doesn't hurt to call and ask questions. I'll spend a half an hour with you, an hour with you, going through your case. Even if you don't think the case is that serious, it doesn't hurt to talk to a lawyer and figure out what not to do in a case. If there's bodily injury, I generally think that hiring a lawyer is in your best interest. I can generally recover more from my clients, even with my fees and costs, than they could without having a lawyer. The insurance industry treats lawyers differently than they do normal consumers. You don't know the buzzwords, but they certainly know the buzzwords. They know all the legalities behind it. They've trained their insurance adjusters to do certain things and on ways of minimizing the exposure for the insurance company. They have their in-house lawyers to talk to figure out what we should do on this claim. If you're going against the insurance company without a lawyer in a case, you're at a huge disadvantage. But that being said, there are cases, generally property damage only cases, where you probably don't need a lawyer, but it doesn't hurt to talk to a lawyer. At my office, we offer a free consultation on any case. If you called me, you'd be on the phone with myself or one of my attorneys to talk about your case, figure out a game plan, and move forward from that. I've often given clients or potential clients the information they need to do it themselves. If the case is less than $10,000 and it's property damage only, I'll send them to small claims court if that's the case. We're in it to help our clients or potential clients get the fair result from the insurance company, not what the insurance company tells you your case is worth, but the true value of your case. Insurance companies, regardless of whether it's your insurance company or the other party's insurance company, the bottom line is they're not looking out for your best interest. They're looking to cut corners every way they can. A lot of these insurance adjusters that are handling the claims get their bonuses and get paid based on the amount that they pay on claims. So if they can pay $500 less on your claim or $1,000 less on your claim, that's good for them, even if it's your own insurance company. And I see this all the time of them nickel and diming case after case. Well, if you do the math, and one of these big insurance companies is doing it on 1,000 cases, that's a lot of money. And these insurance companies are publicly traded companies. They have to answer to shareholders. So they're in it to make a profit. And where they make a profit is by undercutting meritorious claims. And if you don't have experience doing it, how do you know your claim isn't worth $20,000 when they're offering you $12,000? So you really need to look into your entire scope of your damages, being your property damage, your lost earnings, your pain and suffering, and any other lines of damages that go with that. The insurance company, bottom line, is whether it's your insurance company or the defendant's insurance company, is certainly not looking out for your best interest and are looking to nickel and dime and cut corners on every claim they handle. And I've seen it in my clients' own cases against their own insurance company on property damage issues, on uninsured motorist issues, on what's called MedPay. If you have medical payment coverage on your insurance, very valuable coverage to have. Again, it's not required in the state of California, but oftentimes it's $2,000, $5,000, or $10,000 in medical pay coverage. This will be no-fault coverage, meaning you can tap into that coverage to get your medical treatment on any case, regardless if it's your fault, regardless if it's the defendant's fault. And insurance companies have to pay your bills. They have to pay your hospital bills, your physician bills, your chiropractic bills, your therapy bills. And what I see a lot of times on these cases is your own insurance company will really drag their feet on paying it. They'll delay, they'll say, we don't have to pay this, they'll drag it out, when in reality, it's no-fault coverage. It helps you pay expenses so you don't have to come out of your own pocket, and it's valuable coverage that you should think about having, and when you have it, you should use it.